showtime.
BS and Beer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the show. It's the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast. We over here scrambling, running around like a chicken with a head cut off, trying to get this show going, bro. I am your host, Dale.
You were running.
With me today, that's right.
Did you take a
With me
picture of that?
today, my friend of me, Tim. What's up, Tim?
You were running, Dale. Is that what you said?
Was running, Tim.
You were running.
Running.
I don't believe this. I have not seen this actually in my lifetime. You know, maybe that time you ran from that waltz. You told me, you know. Look, man, Dale.
People in New Orleans know what I'm talking about. Y'all know when a waltz coming, you better run.
I ain't
right?
never heard of no waltz until like we were all at lunch. Dale disappeared on us, and we're getting in the car, and we're like, "Where the hell's Dale?" You know, and he finally gets in the car. He's like, "There's a waltz there," and I said, "A waltz?" He's like, "Yeah, they'll get you. They'll sting you real bad." I'm like, "I've never even heard of this thing in my life. What's a waltz?" he was saying wasp.
Yep. That New Orleans accent.
Yeah.
Hey, it's how we said it in New Orleans, man. That's how we
look,
say
man.
it.
Look, you had me scared, man. I thought there's something I needed to know.
You better. You see a waltz. You see a waltz. You better move.
Yeah.
Out the way. That's how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, the week one is in the books. In the books now. How you doing so far, man? You want to know?
I'm 0-1 and 1-0. Of course, I lost in another league too. I'm in like this massive league, and it's on Sleeper though. I've never played on Sleeper, and
I haven't either.
Yeah, this is my first year. It just, I mean, you know how stuff felt when it was built in. I don't know. It's kind of. It doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel the website itself doesn't feel as easy to use as like other sites that we use. You know, like Flea Flicker and all them. There are some nice things about Sleeper, but you know, maybe the app is better. I'll start using that more this week. So, but let's see. I think I lost in that one too. Yeah, I lost in that one. So I'm 1 for 3 this week, Dale.
All right. I got a 2-0 record so far, and you know, hopefully, well, 1-0 I'm in 2 leagues. So
yeah.
Hopefully we can keep this thing going. Let's see. Daniel asks a question here. Amon-Ra and Walker for Barkley and McLaurin. What you think?
Oh, dude. Wow. So is this redraft or is this Dynasty? That's the question.
I'm assuming this is going to be a redraft.
That sounds like a redraft deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, dude, that's a hard one. Amon-Ra and Kenneth Walker, I'm guessing. Barkley and Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, personally, I want the Amon-Ra side. Amon-Ra and Walker.
Without looking at anything right now, I'm just going Amon-Ra.
I know Barkley had a massive game, and that offense looks great. McLaurin didn't really put up much points, but I think he's going to get his. Still, I've got more faith in Amon-Ra as being the best player in this whole deal.
Yeah,
and
Me
Walker
too.
to go along with him. So that's my thoughts on it.
As of right now, I've got the Eagles as having the fifth hard. I mean, sorry, right now I have the Seahawks as having the 5th hardest schedule for running backs on strength of schedule. I'm just chunking strength of schedule out here, and you know, I got Eagles coming up. They're gonna. Yeah, he's got a pretty hard schedule, but after week 5, Barkley should be pretty good to go. So sometimes you can make a trade later and then get a more value for it later. If you hold off, because he's got a good matchup against Green Bay, but then he's got 3 matchups in a row that are really bad for Barkley. So you might want to try to trade for him after week 4.
Okay.
I mean, and he also has his bye in week 5, so that's a good strategy. Grab him up for week 6, let another guy hold on to him, and then trade him a guy that you got. Like the Seahawks bye week is not till week 10, so maybe hold off on this idea and give it a few weeks, or really about a month. But yeah.
Okay. Another question I have: Njoku, should I start Frymouth or Kobe this week?
Wow, dude. Frymouth or Kobe? I'm looking. The old Pat St. Jack Frymouth.
Frymouth, he's going to be limited with Justin Fields being his quarterback for sure.
Did you say that? You said something bad about Fields?
He's going to be limited with the quarterback. That's it.
I got well, yeah, it's Pat Frymouth at 12, and Kobe.
They're at the exact same rankings on Fantasy Pros, 13 and 14.
Yep.
So
I would probably go Kobe there just for the surefire bet, because at tight end you don't want to actually take up 2 points because Justin Fields wants to run the ball.
Yep. I'm going with Kobe.
Kobe Jack. You can't go wrong with Kobe Jack, man. All right. You get some Kobe Jack cheese on there, dude. You're good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So enough. All right, man. Let's start the show off here with some drinks. What you got today, man?
My world famous margaritas, baby. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, the kid.
Time.
My kid bought me this shaker thing for Christmas. Like I got a little shaker, like fancy, fancy shake, and so now we're rolling.
So he around here doing all this.
Yeah, doing that number.
In the glass. That's what
I'm also afraid of looking like an idiot and like the top coming off and everything getting wet, or something crazy. So I ain't getting all into it, So yeah, dude.
I got you.
But
well, I am sticking with my favorite color, pink here. You know how we do on the show.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of a peach color, though. I mean, you're leaning.
Pink.
All right.
Pink.
All right. All right. Pink. Okay. But how did your teams do this week? I didn't ask you.
Yeah, I won both of my matchups. I look good.
Okay. All right. You're in 2?
Mm-hmm. 2 leagues. Yep.
Oh, Jake Ferguson.
Let's see. Jake Ferguson and JSN. Okay, Jake Ferguson probably not, but JSN.
That's interesting for me.
Jake Ferguson went on IR. Am I right?
Yeah, he's injured. I don't know. I just looked it up, but I got Jackson Smith and Jigba just this week is 47. So we're gonna say he's a back end wide receiver 4 for the year. So yeah, he's just doubtful is what I got right now for Jake Ferguson.
Okay,
doubtful.
Yeah, he's not on IR. Okay.
Yeah. But if you got an IR spot, man, it's nice. It's worth keeping.
So he had a scary pop and a pain in the knee. Like
Look,
that don't sound good to me.
Look, this is what's called over 40. Okay, a scary pop. All right, I don't know. Something just popped. I don't know, but I'm hurting. You need those 3 steps every time you stand up now too. Have you been sitting a long time? You gotta have 3 steps to boot up the robot, and then you're good to go. Yeah.
Okay, so this is his whole team here.
Oh wow.
So like, does he need to drop? Does he need to pick up Ferguson and Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Oh, I got you. Oof. dude, man, this is calculus right here, right? I'm over here looking at this. I'm solving for how many watermelons Becky has in the station wagon at the stop sign. Dang. Wow, I like a lot of these here, though. Brian Robinson, he looked good this week, by the way. Did you see that, Dale? Brian Robinson?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Mason coming in hot.
That was the savior of some people's team there.
So, real quick, do you think that Jordan Mason is going to be kicking it like he was this week 1 for the rest of the season while CMC's out, should I say?
Yeah. Look, this is the Shanahan running game. You know the deal.
Yeah.
Shanahan running back. Yes, please give me that guy. I don't care where he went to school. I don't care his 40 time. I don't care nothing. He's a Shanahan running back. Yes, give me.
Yeah, I got it.
Now he's only gonna be good for a few weeks because he's gonna get hurt and the next guy gonna come up.
That's why I was about to go. That's why I was about to go with that.
That's the rules. As long as you know the rules, you're good.
Trade him while he's hot too. I traded Elijah Mitchell. 1 year for somebody. Got a 4th round pick.
As soon as you traded him, what happened to him?
He got hurt. But it's predictable, man. It's a Shanahan running back.
Shanahan running back.
Yeah. So hey, George, I
don't know who I would drop here. Maybe Adonai Mitchell.
That's where I was just saying. I got Adonai and Jackson Smith and Jigba right about the same. So if you do drop one of the two, if you do drop one, just know you're getting roughly the same guy, but on a different team.
I like JSN's upside more than Adonai Mitchell because once Downs comes back, which should be any week now, Adonai Mitchell goes to the bench until the next time.
All right.
So that's why I would go there. I probably would just leave Ferguson out there, man.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting the rest of these guys. Like in a typical redraft league, I'm not holding on to two tight ends for the most part.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I have Gibbs, Stevenson, Dobbins, Chase, Collins, Waddle, and Pittman. One flex. Who does he start there?
Oh.
I'm going with Gibbs.
I'm going with Gibbs off the top of my head, man. I'm not really guessing too hard on this one.
Right.
Like this is one of those answer is C questions, right? We ain't got to worry about Becky and her station wagon and watermelons.
Right.
Solving what X means.
Yep. So
Dobbins was looking hot though too. You saw that?
Yeah, if we're picking 3 in this list,
yeah,
I'm probably going Gibbs, Dobbins because he's hot.
Yeah,
and he looked pretty good.
Okay.
And I'm probably going in a half PPR. Maybe I'm probably going Chase.
Waddell.
Yeah, I'm probably going Chase here.
All right.
That's my 3. What will be your 3?
I'm probably going Gibbs, Dobbs, and Waddell.
Okay. Oh, he said he needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 flex.
Oh, I got you. Look at there. Boom.
So Gibbs and Dobbins.
Gibbs, Dobbins.
Chase. I'm still rolling with Pittman.
Yeah. Waddell, Pittman.
In the flex, I'm probably putting Waddle in the flex.
Okay. Oh, wait, I got Nico. He said Collins. Nico Collins. I got him. Yeah.
Oh, Nico Collins.
Collins. Nico Collins.
Yeah, Nico Collins goes in the flex.
Yeah, I got him ranked 13th this week, though. I got Waddell 12th.
Richardson. He liked that stack. I mean, I like the stack too, but you got some good wide receivers, and I probably wouldn't go Pittman over there.
What leagues are y'all guys in? Because y'all doing pretty good. Dale don't ever let me have that kind of players. I'll tell you that right now. All right.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
It'll be taking everybody I like. Oh,
All right, needs to start one in a flex, half PPR. Jaden Reed, Higgins. You can drop Higgins right now.
he's joking.
Jerome
He's
Ford.
joking.
All right, Higgins is not in this conversation at all, sir. All right, I don't think he practiced again, so yeah, he's probably not even gonna play again this week.
Yeah.
So Jaden Reed is gonna be tough because the quarterback situation is gonna suck. So don't expect the same kind of production you saw from him last week.
Malik Willis ain't throwing like Love throws.
Yeah, but Malik Willis probably ain't throwing the damn ball, right?
It might be a time to invest in Green Bay running backs. Who's the backups after Jacobs? I don't even know, bro. That sounds terrible, right?
Yeah, it is. So definitely Jerome Ford is my guy here, man.
I got Ford 11.5 points. So
yeah, especially with Deshaun Watson looking like crap, they're gonna run the ball, dude.
So there's a quick topic. Is a Green Bay running game is supposed to be picking up. So Josh Jacobs, Marshawn Lloyd, the number 2 there, and Emmanuel Wilson. AJ Dillon's on IR. So I
think Emmanuel Wilson had like 48 yards or something like that this week.
So even now we're going to be leaning on the run more. So this is an opportunity to grab somebody up. You don't want to pay a whole lot of fab for them if you use fab for your free agents, waiver wire. But yeah, cool.
Yep. All right, man. Let's talk about some news and let's look at some of the things that's going on. So of course we gotta get our Marshawn Lloyd is hurt. Yeah, he didn't play last week, but he'll be back.
I got him as questionable right now.
So I definitely wouldn't cut him or anything like that. So let's see right this one. Rashad Etienne likely for Jefferson and Keon Coleman. He already has Kamara and Bryce and Rashee Rice and Drake London.
Wow.
I'm not trading. I'm not trading.
I'm probably holding for Jefferson and Keon.
I'm not trading Jefferson, dude. In that trade, like you're really getting one piece that's guaranteed, in my opinion, and that's ETN. ETN is kind of iffy right now too, with Bigsby getting a lot of carries his previous game.
Yeah, they were talking about picking up Bigsby. So I
understand, Jefferson has a bad quarterback situation, but he still managed to put up points last week. So I'm not giving him up.
They played the Giants this last week, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So god awful uniforms.
Oh, the Giants uniforms? Yeah. Yeah. They look terrible. So you want to be on the Rashad and ETN side of that trade, is what you're saying?
No, I'm sticking with the Jefferson side.
Okay. You want Jefferson?
Jefferson is the best player in that whole trade.
Okay.
I think the likely thing is going to be like a 1 week sort of thing. Not saying he's incapable of producing again.
Yeah.
I just don't see him producing again like he did, where he was like the number 1 tight end. And I'm like, what the hell is Andrews? So I don't see him producing like that again.
You talking about Isaiah Likely?
Yeah.
Okay. But I thought you mean Rashad White. Was that what you're talking about? I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't realize how you got to Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, the Isaiah Likely part. I mean, I'm just saying I don't consider him to be an every week guy.
I got you.
I'm not trusting him like that.
Some people already spent their fab on him.
I feel you.
One guy in this league, he spent like $28 in fab out of 100. So he spent almost 30% of his fab on likely. And after one game, I mean, but they did say the time to burn it is earlier in the season. So, but I'm not sold on likely just yet. But yeah, if I could have got him for really cheap, I would have picked him up and held on to him. But I mean, I don't think that it's going to continue like this. Also, the thing was that most offenses aren't going to be able to score against Baltimore like KC did. And so, like, there's not going to be as much offensive power going around on Baltimore as we saw against KC, is what they were saying, too, which is a pretty solid point, Baltimore's only going to score as many points as they need to score. So,
yeah. And especially if they're going up against the Steelers, like that game is going to be a stick in the mud.
Yeah.
Like it always is.
Yeah.
Okay, trading away Saquon and Diggs, receiving ETN, ASB, and Kincaid.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay, all right, cool.
I like it.
Yeah, except
I like it a lot. I like that a lot.
Except,
yeah, Chase he brings the good flowers when he comes to pick you up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I say accept that trade. Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's
thanks for chiming in, everybody. I like it.
Yeah, for real. This is good stuff. Let's get into some news to talk about some of the players that's been hurt and all that other kind of good stuff there. So the first thing I've got is Joe Burrow. Is he dealing with a wrist injury? He had the surgery, everything in the offseason on the wrist, but there was several different, camera views that showed him like messing with his wrist during the game and everything like that. And so people want to know if this is actually bothering him. But not only that, we're looking at his chart where he threw the ball, and a lot of his throws were pretty short. So now he did throw the ball deep, but it was very, very little times he did it, like 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
That's pretty much the only deep shots he took. He got a couple of intermediate shots, but everything else is short, right? And so people are asking, hey, like, is it this wrist bothering him? Is he done? And it's always hard to tell when the quarterback is about to fall off that cliff. Russell Wilson just fell off the damn cliff.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So what do you think here about Joe Burrow?
Dude, man, he's so young, man.
Right.
I just don't feel like it's going to fall off like that. I just don't feel like he's going to fall off just yet. If he does fall off right now, I don't think he's going to fall off like Russell Wilson. That was like 1980s sitcom To Be Continued at the very end, and they never got to see the next episode. So, but yeah, man, I don't think he's done for. I do think his wrist is probably hurting him, because did you see them asking him questions about how he picked up the water bottle?
No, I missed the interview, but I heard about the water bottle too. He almost couldn't grip the water bottle or something.
He had trouble gripping the water bottle, getting it up or whatever, and he was like, he was downplaying it, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I just kind of grabbed it and picked it up, but yeah, dude.
Yeah. I mean, that reminds me of the time when Drew Brees like broke his thumb.
Yeah.
They showed him on the sideline trying to pick up a football, and that crap just fell out of his hand. He tried. Couldn't do it. So yes. Very, very bad times. I remember that. So
he's gonna try to play through it though.
Yeah, but if he's gonna indeed try to play through it, and this is actually an issue, like, we got problems in the I Like Chase world and the T. Higgins fans,
Yeah. Also, though, I think Josh Allen had something with his left hand. Yeah, his left hand injury.
Okay.
He dodged it. It said he just hurt it for doing the game. I'm reading it real quick, but um, just had a stinger or something. Then he's
Okay.
already had it checked out. But Josh Allen has some stuff going on that too. But yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So not only can you not trust T. Higginsdale, you're also not going to trust the limp wrist of Joe Burrow.
I need to know if it's good or not.
He,
That's what I need
he's
to
a little
know.
limp wristed right now. You know, is that what you?
I
He dyed his hair. I mean, he's got the blonde hair now too, right?
yeah, you do. He does. He does. He really does. So Puka Nakua has been placed on IR. He's been dealing with like a knee injury for the most part of the offseason. And it flared up on him during the game. He left the game. I think he scored like 6 points or something before he left the game. So he didn't leave you out there with a goose egg. But now you've got to make some other plans.
Yeah.
If you're a Puka Nakua guy.
Yeah. Which he's on Wayne's team in the BS and Beer League.
Yep.
Sorry
Good.
Sorry for Wayne.
Good for you, Wayne.
So who are you looking for?
So that by pure speculation here, all right. But was it Kyle Whittington? Something his name? Is that his name?
Jordan Whittington.
Jordan Whittington. See, I don't even know this guy's name. All right, I'm telling you, it's all pure speculation. I picked him up just because he's like the next guy.
Yeah.
And Sean McVay is a genius. Therefore, I want the next guy in the offense of the genius. This is Shanahan math, okay? I'm doing Shanahan math.
Next running back up. It's just the next wide receiver up for McVay. So, all right. Because Demarcus Robinson, though, he didn't do a whole lot for us, did he?
I do remember seeing him with the catch. I don't know how many points he had.
Yeah, I don't think he did too hot. I gotta think I got my section coming up. He might be in there. No, never mind. He's not.
So he's 6 points.
Okay, man.
So it's not bad. Yeah.
Nothing to write home about. Somebody's gonna pick it up though. If Cup is out, might be Colby and Jack.
Yeah.
So It is a good time to start Colby. Another reason to start Colby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Making targets, baby.
Yeah.
Let's see. Would you trade Olave for Henry? I'm assuming he's talking about Hunter Henry?
Hunter Henry or Derrick Henry?
Talking about Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
In either case, no.
No. That's exactly how he sounds in my head when he texts back after I try to ask him for a trade. No.
That's right. So, was it that trade right there? Is that what you did? You traded Olave for Henry?
Uh-oh.
All right. Devon Achan will be a game time decision on Thursday. This is, again, Shanahan system, Shanahan running back.
Yeah.
Matt hurt.
Always.
That's how it goes. What it is about that system that kills the running backs, but they die. Okay, that's what happens.
That's why the Dolphins have so many of them too, by the way.
Yes.
And
I don't think HN gonna play. We talking about Thursday game.
Yeah,
now
he's out. I'm assuming he's out. I've got HN in the Beers and Beer League, and I'm already making moves to prepare for him to be out. So is what it is.
Jameson Williams ankle. He was limited in practice.
Yeah.
Yep. So that is something to keep an eye on because he finally broke out. I was like, yes.
2 years. 3 years. How long did it take?
Williams, I know.
There you are.
So keep an eye on that. But yeah, I am high on him because like he was getting targets. They were designing plays for him. He is a game breaker.
Yeah.
So and that team needs that. I think St. Brown is a good move the chains but between the tackles. I'm sorry, not between the tackles, but between the hashes kind of guy. And I think Jameson Williams is over your top guy. So yep.
It feels like Lions are gonna have their whole offense moving now, huh?
Yeah, man. Look, they can run the ball. Lions are dangerous, bro.
Dude,
dangerous.
He spun that around in like a year or two.
Yeah. All right. Would you trade Rashad White and ETN for James Cook and Harrison?
Marvin Harrison.
Oh.
Okay. Look.
Ford for Flowers. I would not trade for Ford because Ford is going to get his expiration on Ford coming up in about 3 weeks. So no.
Chubb will be back. About 3-4 weeks, Chubb will be back. 4 weeks, Chubb will be over. He'll take over the starting job, roughly. So, but Rashad and ETN for James Cook and Marvin Harrison.
I'm okay with the first part of it if you need help at wide receiver. That's the only way I'm doing that. But otherwise, I'm holding on to the 2 running backs.
You also got to survive through Harrison learning the next like 3-4 games because he's going to be slow taking off. So you got to be able to make sure you're going to have the points on the board and not get too many losses. These losses, hey, right now, there's a lot of moves right now, but I typically don't make a lot of moves until like week 4, week 5. So don't jump ship too early on some of you guys. All right. You know, there's going to be some trades you're going to want to make and you're going to just, feel it, but like, try not to make too many moves in this time frame.
Okay, Olave, my wide receiver 5. I have Debo, Evans, Rice, Olave, and Chase. He's got Zeke, Ford, Mostert, CMC, and Javonte Williams. So Olave don't see the lineup, and Henry will start for him. So that's what he's saying.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it does boost your running backs.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah,
I like it.
Makes sense then.
I like it, Chandler.
I'd probably try to target a better running back though. I mean, Henry is okay. He's going to give you 2 downs, but he's going to get the goal line carries unless Lamar Jackson pulls it.
He is not their 3rd down back, by the way. So Justice Hill's
not 3rd down back.
Yeah, Justice Hill's Justice Hill's their 3rd down back, and he's also their 2-minute back. So just FYI on that.
No catches for Henry is touchdowns and running. That's it. So you're getting.
Yeah.
So,
but with Ford out and CMC out, it would be a good switch.
Yep. So 2 tight ends, Dalton Schultz dealing with an ankle injury, no practice on Wednesday, and Foster Morrow, he's dealing with a concussion. He's limited in practice on Wednesday. These are guys you probably want to keep an eye on. With concussion, like they can be real cautious with that and hold him out. So just definitely keep an eye on. They have other plans for sure.
And if they come back too soon, they always bounce right back off. If you're feeling kind of like, oh man, they're back a little bit early, just be careful. Sometimes then Brandon Cooks, he got like 3 in 1 year. You remember that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Roma Doomsday does not practice on Wednesday, dealing with the knee injury. This past game, he put up like 1 point. So are you panicked with him or what are we doing wrong?
Look, I'm not panicked with anything that's happening in Chicago because I knew this was going to happen. It's Chicago. It's not a panic if you know. All right. Them woods over there, they look dark. I ain't going in them. All right, that's the way it works. All right, Tim ain't scared of shit because I ain't in there with that stuff. Whatever that scary stuff is over there, I'm not in it. That's Chicago. So there you are. Yeah.
All right, full PPR. Would you trade ETN and London for Jonathan Taylor? And also, would you start Waddle or Nico? I'm starting Nico for sure.
Yeah, they're both right there on it. Nico and Waddle.
I would not make that trade for Jonathan Taylor, giving up those assets.
No, I like ETN better.
Well, I like Jonathan Taylor better, but I like ETN and London better than Jonathan Taylor. You know, that's the way I see it. So, all right. Deshaun Watson will start on Sunday, despite the new allegations of sexual assault. Yes. Dude. So I'm hearing, people are asking, can the Browns get out this contract because of a new allegation? Now, if that is indeed the case, they're gonna cut Deshaun Watson so fast.
So NFL contracts are complex. They're stupid complex, but they're supposedly in his contract, there is a clause that if he gets suspended for any of these kind of allegations, that they can drop the contract. The Browns can drop the contract.
Yeah. Well, his guarantees are not guaranteed anymore. That's what.
That's it.
So because the guarantees are dropped, then they have the ability to cut them. No penalty. So
yeah. That's those times when you get drunk, you order something on Amazon, then you wake up the next morning, you're like, oh shit, and you start hitting that return button. You can you can return it before it gets to the house. You can stop that. All right, let me stop that right now.
Exactly. So
yeah,
that is a great way to explain that.
Get real. So.
Absolutely. All right, man. Now we're going to start our new segment here. We're going to talk about some players for sure, but the name of this segment is The Beer Flight, Tim. So let's get to the beer flight here. Hold on. We coming. We coming. All right. So this is the beer flight. We were looking at pickups here, Tim.
Waiver wire pickups.
Oh, yeah, waiver wire.
So, Did you tell everybody what a beer flight is? Because I had to tell you what it was right before the show.
Oh, go and you order a beer flight, and they give like 3 or 4 different beers to kind of sample.
Taste. You get a small taste of it, because most of these people are going to be on your roster for 2-3 weeks, right? So it's a beer flight. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That makes perfect sense there, Tim. So with the beer flight, I guess we're ready for a takeoff. There we go.
That's like an RC plane or something, man. That's like a little plane. Like some little nerdy dude who sleeps in his mom and dad's basement. He makes planes for a hobby. That's his plane.
Well, she says size doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So we're looking at some offensive pickups here, Tim. The quarterback position. Who you want to talk about here?
Oh yeah, we got our pickup of the week this week is actually Baker Mayfield. All right, we do have Jaden Daniels. These are our available guys, but Jaden Daniels roster at 85%. But if you're in that 15% range, you should probably go pick him up, dude. For sure. But Baker Mayfield, he had a dream matchup against the Washington Commanders defense, but his debut exceeded all expectations. Mayfield picked up right where he left off, completing 24 of 30 passes for 289 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also added 21 rushing yards and on 3 scrambles, boosting his fantasy output. So that's I think Baker's going to be pretty good for a good majority of the year.
Yeah. The question was the offensive coordinator leaving him. Would that make a difference? And so far, the answer is no. Baker handled his business.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you really have no reason not to trust Baker right now.
Right now. Yeah. There's your boy, though. You got your boy in there.
Malik Willis?
Oh. No.
Nobody owns
0% interest in Malik Willis, Green Bay quarterback.
Justin Fields is okay. He's in a low kind of output offense. Like that's just what it is. Pittsburgh. You know what you're getting at Pittsburgh. You know it's pretty much one fantasy player, and that's with the wide receiver, Pickens. Like that's it.
That's all we got.
So, I mean, Justin Fields, he may get you some rushing yards while he's in there starting, but I honestly believe Justin Fields will be the starter for Pittsburgh for the majority of the season. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to get taken out for Russell Wilson. I'm just telling you, Russell Wilson's going back to the bench because Russell Wilson is done.
Cooked.
He's done, bro.
He's overcooked. Done. I believe it.
I'm not seeing how the coaches are looking at him in practice and think, hey, it's going to get better in the game. Like, no.
No.
No. He's going to hold the ball in the game too, bro. Okay?
Every day, it just shows that Pete Carroll knew what he was doing.
Pete Carroll, I'm telling you, man, that dude's a freaking genius.
When it came to Russell Wilson.
Doubted his happy behind.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, moving to running backs, Tim.
Yeah. What's your favorite one out of this one?
On the list, I mean, honestly, what ends up happening is I kind of go back to guys that I previously had on my team.
Oh, you go back to exits.
Yeah. That's me, Tim. I think about the exes. All right. Okay. I think about the exes sometimes. Tim. All right, it's hard for me to fall asleep sometimes, Tim. My mind wanders, and I think about the ex. All right, exes. Yeah. All right, I think about the exes. All right, and freaking Tank Bigsby is one of my exes.
Yeah.
Right? After them in his rookie year, he did nothing. He barely played, bro.
Amen.
Of course, I gave him up.
Amen.
And now it look like he's supposed to split carries. What the hell, coach? Why you couldn't do this last year? I would have had him on my team.
Amen. Say it. Speak it, Brother Dale. Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we take questions. My favorite on here is J.K. Dobbins. He looked pretty electric. Playing. Yeah. And he rushed 10 times for 135 and a touchdown. He also caught all 3 of his targets for an additional 4 yards, highlighting explosive performance. He broke off 2 separate runs for 46 and 61 yards in the second half. Despite the standout showing, Dobbins had 1 fewer carries in the backfield to Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
But Gus he's far less efficient with his opportunities. It's still kind of unclear, but this is kind of the zone we want to be in sometimes when we pick up guys or grab guys up. We want to grab guys up in those unclear moments when we got clarity. So yeah. When you're snatching up a wide receiver off that waiver wire, man, it's a lotto ticket for sure. And you hoping you get it. But yeah, man. I think J.K. Dobbins exceeded expectations, period. Mm-hmm. And if you got him late in the draft. So you're ecstatic to have him go off like that, man. On your team. I played against him in week 1, and I was
thoroughly surprised. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think did. Let's see here.
Kellen to have him.
Oh, what was bring the comment back up.
Okay.
There we are.
All right. Am I scamming the CMC owner if I send Jordan Mason and Javonte Williams for James Cook? He has CMC, Derrick Henry, and James Cook.
Oh,
what? Why is that a scam? I don't understand it.
Well, I don't.
You want the backup for sure.
Well,
Like if I'm the CMC owner, I want the backup, right?
Yeah, you want the backup. But Javonte Williams and Cook. Let's see. I don't think you're scamming anybody. I don't think there's any scams in fantasy football anyway, because like it just depends on what two people agree to, and most of the time you can't really think of some, just judge it and say, hey, you're ripping someone off until like the end of the season, But yeah, I would see what happens. Throw Jordan Mason and Javonte Williams at him. How do you feel about that? Do you take Cook for that?
Yeah, I like wanting to get Cook in this situation. And I guess he was want to kind of free up a roster spot just for giving up Javonte Williams. Because I probably would just offer Jordan Mason for Cook straight up. Jordan Mason off a good game.
Yeah.
And you're the CMC owner and you want this backup. Pay for it.
Yeah. Dang, Dale. All right. Yeah.
So
the guy probably wants something back though, some kind of usable piece, because he's trading away a running back, and he's got CMC comes back. He's going to want something there. If Javonte Williams is like your number 3 running back, I'd trade him away. That would be upgrading your number 3 spot. So.
Okay. Yeah, I would not move Olave here. He has Jamar Chase, Waddle, and Olave, and he says he wants to move Olave, but he only has Devontae Adams, Neighbors, Tank Dell, none of which I want for Olave. I mean, I probably agree with that. Devontae Adams might be intriguing, but it's a quarterback situation you have to turn up your nose for and deal with. So.
Yeah, I'd sit where you are right now with wide receivers.
Mm-hmm. All right, speaking of wide receivers, let's look at our wide receiver list here on this waiver wire.
Yeah, look at there. I picked a white guy for the wide receiver. All right,
that's McConkey, right?
yeah, that's who it is. So, yeah, my favorite pickup on this one, it sounds crazy to say it, all right, is Brandon Cooks.
Okay.
All right. And Dallas is a great offense, and we know they don't win in the postseason, but regular season they're pretty daggum good. So he was on track to have a productive year in his 11th year this season. Veteran wideout caught 4 of 7 targets for 40 yards and a touchdown in Sunday's dominant win over the Browns. With CeeDee Lamb commanding the lion's share of targets and defensive attention, Cook should benefit as the clear second option in the offense. He is a priority add and at wide receiver this week and should remain a key piece heading into week 2 matchup against one of his several former teams, the Saints. Is that a revenge game? Does it even matter?
I mean, look, he's played for a million teams. Like we were the first one to trade him, so I guess.
Yeah. So, yeah. Who's your favorite off of here? Probably Worthy, maybe.
I'm surprised to see Rashid Shaheed only rostered in 44% of leagues. Like, let's get that up.
Yeah,
Rashid Shaheed is a favorite target of Carr because Carr loves to throw that deep ball, and when they're giving him time like that, he's gonna launch it out there to Rashid Shaheed, man. And then Rashid Shaheed is actually doing work on special teams too, so he'll get you points that way too.
Yeah,
so definitely Rashid Shaheed is my favorite on there, man.
That's always that little bit of a bonus if they're doing some special teams work.
Yeah,
definitely.
Look, you get those points for that too, bro.
Yeah.
All right, would you trade Justin Jefferson for Rasheed Rice and Sam Laporta.
I'm
No.
going to say. No, Dale says no. I would say yeah. I would trade for Rice and Laporta. Personally, I would like that trade. So, yeah, we're not so sure Minnesota's going to keep up this offensive production that Sam Darnold had. So he might go back to seeing ghosts out there.
Look, in general, I don't trade former LSU players. That's the way I roll. Okay, that's how I run my fantasy teams.
Dale's not ready to make Jefferson one of his exes. You don't want to have to wake up late at night shivering thinking about Justin Jefferson.
That's terrifying. It's terrifying. Rasheed Rice or Brandon Ayuk. I like Rasheed Rice more than Brandon.
I like Rice a lot.
Yes.
I got some bullet notes on the Timmy's tips about Rice, so stay tuned for some of that.
Yep. All right, tight end, Tim.
Oh, buddy.
I know everybody likes Likely, but who do you think this week, man?
This week the pickup is Likely, just because he's not rostered in so many places. I do like Colby Parkinson as well, but I wrote up for Likely, so here we are with Likely. So while Mark Andrews seemed likely to be the focal point of Baltimore's offense as the season opener, it was Isaiah Likely who stood in the spotlight, usually only known for relevance when Mark Andrews misses time, this is very true. This is the first game we've ever seen Likely produce with Andrews in the game.
A lot of 2 tight end sets.
They ran a lot of 2 tight end sets, and that might be just what their game script called for. So we're not trying to spend big money on Likely if you have a fab. So I'm thinking, $15-20 dollars out of 100. So Likely made a statement in the first game though of the season and appears to be a key piece of the evolving offense. Despite playing slightly fewer snaps than Andrews, Likely maximizes opportunities, hauling in 9 of 12 targets for 111 yards and a touchdown. So, but I'm not going to be jumping on the whole the parade of Likely, but we're being what do they call that minimize.
Optimistic?
Yeah, cautiously optimistic. There we are. That's what I was looking for. Yep. So, but the safe bet over here, if you not want to spend any fab, is going to be the Colby and Jack, Colby Parkinson and Jack Cheese right there, Colby Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got Tucker Kraft. You saw that, Colby Jack, Tucker Kraft.
Yeah. On this list, I know he didn't do anything this past week, but Taysom Hill got was the second running back for the most part in the first half, getting the carries behind Kamara. It wasn't like goal line carries; they still let Kamara rush 3 times at the goal line, which I love. Thank you so much, Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator. Instead of putting Taysom in to vulture touchdowns all the damn time. But it should be noted, he was the first other back to get carries, and if you play him at tight end, that's wonderful. So keep an eye on it.
And of course, you probably already know this too, but if you happen to play in a league that has a points per carry scenario, you're getting carries at the tight end position. So that puts Taysom Hill even up there. But somebody's already thought of that if you're in that league, that type of league. So,
yep. Okay, so let's talk about some defensive pickups.
Yeah.
So this is old Kyle's area right here. Team defense, Tim.
Oh,
what are we looking at?
Hey, look, we got the substitute in, man. Kyle's not here. He's the starter guy, I'm just coming off the bench trying to fill in the shoes. So, so here we are with the team defense. I am playing anybody and everybody that plays Carolina or plays the Giants.
Yes. Commanders.
Was that your Scooby-Doo thing?
Yeah.
Commanders. Yeah, so I'm pretty much on when it comes to team defense this year, picking up anybody that plays Carolina or the New York Giants. So you got the
Yeah.
Commanders and you got the Chargers. Um, I either one of those is a fine play this week. So,
Yep.
so yeah,
Um, this probably getting a little bit too deep. IDP, right? I know we're gonna talk about that in a
Yep.
bit, but
Mm-hmm.
the Los Angeles Chargers, you
Okay.
may want to look at the nickelback for the Chargers. The Saints nickelback had 3 sacks versus the Carolina Panthers.
Oh,
So keep an eye on that. They're gonna see more of that nickel blitz because the NFL is a copycat league. So
yeah.
definitely
Wow.
keep an eye on that. Nickelback for the Chargers.
There you go, Dale. So astute. You're so astute, Dale. Yeah.
All right, defensive lineman. My biggest pickup of the week was
Mhm.
Greg Rousseau.
Yeah.
Because that dude had 3 sacks. He's young,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and when the guy performs that I was expected to perform last year, and they perform the first week, I have to get that guy. So I
Yeah.
got Russo in like 2 of my leagues. So yes, I went out there and targeted that guy.
There you are. Good. Good. So you were listening to me without even realizing it. Is that what you're
Mhm.
saying? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, all
So
over it, bro.
Rousseau was one of the top 3 defensive line targets. A top defensive line 3. Sorry. So like that was the guy between defensive lineman 24 and defensive lineman 36.
Mhm.
But he was in the top of the draft, and because of his elite 23 pressure rate and expected increase in playing time, those strong pressure metrics carried over to week 1 for the former 30th overall pick out of Miami, and ultimately translated to 3 sacks. Thank you, Dale. Equally as encouraging was his snap rate was near 80%. So same thing with offense. If your defensive dude is on the field more snaps, he's going to get more
Mhm.
production,
Yep.
and that's a thing we will like to look at, right, Dale?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt, man.
So he's up to 80% snaps in game 1. He was
Mhm.
playing 60% last year. So
Love it.
you might see a lot of
Right.
good production out of him.
That's right, man. That's right. That's why I went and grabbed him. So, all right, linebacker.
Yeah.
This list, the top guy for me was Zach Bond, linebacker for Philadelphia. I believe he had 1 sack, but he led the team in tackles. He was a monster. Tough to watch as a Saints fan because he played for the Saints last year. And
Oh,
the time we had him, we were saying, hey, this guy played outside linebacker in college. He blitzed the passer a lot. We might want to try that out, see if it works.
Didn't nobody pay attention to you?
Nobody paid attention to me. They did it like late in his career with the Saints, and he popped a little bit, and that's how he got the contract to go over there to Philadelphia. And he's doing his thing, playing outside and getting to the passer. But he's also playing a lot of linebacker. So they did his thing, man. He did his thing. So I definitely went and picked Zach Bond up. What did you think about the linebackers, man?
I'm curious when you go into this and you're yelling at people and telling people, are you like curled up in your closet, like shaking over here? Is this like the mental health episode for Dale? Is that what we're doing today? I told all y'all.
This whole show is for my mental health. I mean, let's be honest about it now.
I love it.
I go out with complaint segments when I'm hurting. It's just therapy for me. That's what this is.
The people love you, so it's good. Yeah. All right, Dodson was one of the top targets in IDP drafts this offseason. So it was great to see him get off to a hot start with 11 tackles, 10 solo. Of all the linebackers listed here, he's likely the one with the least availability on waiver wires. However, considering his average expert ranking was linebacker 39, he could be available in shallower IDP leagues. So I wanted to call him out. still think that he's a real deal. He could very well be a fringe linebacker 1 moving forward. So Dodson off of Seattle was Timmy's pick this week. So
there's probably 3 linebackers on this list that I didn't have on my team before.
Oh yeah. Oh really? You
I
just
run through linebackers, bro.
you run through linebackers, man. Wow. Well, which ones? So you had Alex and Zola.
I had Anzalone.
Okay.
I just got Bond.
Okay.
I had David Long.
Yeah.
I had Toa.
How do you say his name again? That's a Hawaiian name, right?
Toa. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Tua. Okay.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right.
And I had Dorian Williams.
All right. Cool. All right.
All right. Let's talk DB. Nothing really jumps out at me on this list, Tim. What did you think?
Well, I got this is a weird thing. All right. I'm normally not suggesting players on bad teams. But if you're playing ID, yeah.
Okay.
Players on bad teams. You don't normally suggest players on bad teams. But it is nice having IDP guys that have a bad offense on their team.
Yes.
Because the offense is going to be 3 and out, 4 and out, and then the defense comes right back.
Field.
All right, yeah, all right. Defense
when
right
on
back
the field, you're scoring fantasy points. Most
Boom,
of the time.
baby, love it. Yeah,
off the field, you're scoring points like me, like I do. 0.
All that running Dale does. Y'all hear that? He's getting in shape.
I still got more fantasy points than some people.
Who had -4 points? Was that Daniel Jones had -4 points this week?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You had more points than Daniel Jones.
There you go. There you go. That's in your lineup, man.
Yeah. I recommend Tyler Nubin. All right, he suffered an injury that kept him out of training camp most of the preseason, which stole a lot of his momentum. For this reason, he went undrafted in a lot of IDP leagues. Even with limited playing time in the preseason, the Giants saw enough out of Nubin to make him an every snap safety. We like guys being on the field, right? As long as they're on the field more than Dale. So he was
got to be on the field more than me, man.
Yes. He was one of the lone bright spots in the team overall. And given how poor the Giants offense looks, their defense should be seeing above average amount of field time, which is to our benefit. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that is the beer flight, ladies and gentlemen. The beer flight. All right, man. Let's get into some tips here, Tim. Let's do that. How about that? Like everybody loves this segment, man.
It's time for Timmy's Tips.
Perhaps play a little game called Just the Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it goes.
All right, Tim. It is that time. It is Timmy's Tips time. What are we talking about this week, bro?
Well, this week we're looking at targets per route run.
Okay.
This is how we decide what wide receivers are getting plays drawn up for them. And that's an important subject to talk about because we want guys not that are just out there running dead routes that aren't being looked at by the quarterback. So this is our metric for showing purpose-driven plays and where we're at.
Okay.
So can you spread it out to the right a little bit so we can see the percentages?
All right.
Targets. We can't see the percentages right there. There we are. So we're looking at, we really want people over 30%. 20, 25, 30% is where we really want to be at. There you go. So anyway, we can sell Cooper Kupp's at the top of this list, 21 targets on 51 routes ran. He's got 41.2% on the week, on week 1. And but we got some highlights here that I was wanting to bring up. And that's our number 2 guy on the list. We talked about earlier, Rashee Rice.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Rice goes with everything. Did you know that, Dale? Right?
Well, you talking to somebody from New Orleans, bro. Like, literally rice with every meal, bro.
All right.
Have you ever had like smothered potatoes with rice?
No.
Yeah, that's some
No.
weird crap.
Really? All right. All right.
Yes.
I mean, hey, yeah.
Bunch of starch.
I'll try it when I go down. Kyle gave me an invite, said to come down whenever I want. So
All right. We
yeah, yeah. Well, Rashee Rice picked up where he left off last season, and he dominated the targets per route run at above 37%, which is like elite level, that we're looking for. And Xavier Worthy, he was a game breaker, to be sure, but his usage was only 3 targets, which ended up being 12.5% of targets per route run. So we're deriving from this that who is going to be like the more predictable kind of wide receivers and who is going to be the boom or bust wide receivers. He had a good night, but he's most likely going to be boom and bust type of wide receiver. And this is my argument for, I guess, Rice versus Worthy right now, because like people were hot about Worthy, and I got a lot of texts. Oh, Worthy's the guy, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to say like bad things because he's a good guy. He's good, he's a good wide receiver, but right now he has not worked himself into the Rashee Rice role type. And Travis Kelce also has his big games, but he's 34 years old, and the Chiefs has no reason to wear him out in the regular season. So it's Rice who looks like he's going to be the reliable floor for Patrick Mahomes with a big ceiling every game also. So
That's the top guy.
Yeah,
he's definitely the top guy. He's been getting the most targets, especially across the middle. But yeah, Worthy brings that over the top speed that they needed to expand the offense and keep the middle of the field from being so clogged up. That's the purpose he serves. And of course, he's fast. They're gonna hand the ball to him too and give him like quick screens and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's basically going to be like Deshaun Jackson. If you remember him back, that's what's going to happen with Worthy, in my opinion.
You're gonna have to find a new dude because people are not going to know who he is in the couple of years.
Oh, you guys need to be on it. Okay, Deshaun Jackson. I'm not that old.
So here's the guy you were heavy on, Ladd McConkey for the Chargers.
Yeah. He showed up pretty big. Do you think he had the biggest rookie wide receiver day
dude,
of the week?
I had my numbers for rookies. Let me pull up some stuff.
I can't think of any other rookie that made some news besides Marvin Harrison Jr. being wide open and not getting the pass.
Yeah,
that's about all the news I remember for the rookie wide receivers. Doomsday 1 point. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else, man.
I had some
Neighbors
rookies.
didn't do anything either.
Yeah. I was Neighbors at the Giants. I got Daniel Jones over here getting -4 points.
Oh, I know who did something. Brian Thomas.
Yeah,
Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah.
So I do have a thing for rookies, and I didn't scan through it just to go over it. I decided to talk about targets per route run right now. But Ladd McConkey did get he led all wide receivers with a 28% target share for his team. So he's going to look. I was kind of bringing him up real quick that he's looking to me like he's going to be in the number 1 guy out there so far. And Andy's got over 30% right there, number 8. He's at 7 targets on 22 routes ran, 31.8%. So that's good numbers for a rookie. We're wanting to see that kind of stuff. So next one, all right. It's not going to matter because he's hurt, but I wanted to bring it up was Puka.
Yeah,
Puka and Cooper Kupp were trading off receptions on Sunday night, both making a case for the wide receiver 1. but then Puka went down, and Puka Nakua will miss the next 4 weeks, being placed on IR, and the Rams are just gonna keep throwing.
Mhm.
So we got to find something in here. After that, Cup was targeted 41% of his routes, which is pretty much crazy, and which that's why he's at the top of the list this week. Cup is going to eat, but Tyler Johnson, is he down there? He's like 21%. I'm not sure if the list goes down to 21.
Yeah, I think I did see Tyler Johnson on here.
Yeah.
This is the last one. I think it was the last one I saw.
Yes.
I'll lock it. Okay.
No, Puka's the last one. I only did the top 20 on this.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnson was a 21% targets per route run, was the main beneficiary of Anuka's absence. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay.
This also deems like kind of quarterback trust as well. Right? Because there's sometimes there's sometimes the guy that's getting it, like Tyler Johnson, he might have been the second look or third look, but maybe Stafford doesn't trust the number 2 look or whatever, but yeah. One flag for caution that I got here is on your boys team, Chicago, Keenan Allen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving Allen a pass this week because he's shown a lot of in the past. He's shown a lot of production, and he still hit over the 30% mark that we're really looking for. So, but do you expect Chicago to start beefing up their game? How do you think it's going to happen in Chicago?
Yeah. So that game was kind of weird. They were down early, and all of a sudden the offense started coming alive. But watching Hard Knocks and all that stuff, this training camp, I mean, I know for sure DJ Moore is going to be the guy, and they trust Caleb Williams throwing the ball. They really like him and everything like that, and so yeah, I'm gonna see the I'm planning on seeing the offense in the passing game look better. I'm still not sold altogether on the running game part of it. We'll see how that comes together. But DJ Moore is definitely going to be the top target getter, right? That was our term we use, right?
So that's the Dale term.
DJ Moore is still going to be the man out there. They just paid him and everything, but he's looking the part out there too, man. So I'm expecting to see a lot of big things from him. But yeah, the second guy is going to be Keenan Allen. So I do expect him to still eat. It's just not going to be at that number 1 level.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, lastly, just they're not on the list, but we're talking about the rookies real quick, how they fared up.
Okay.
But we got the big 3 of our rookies, which was Marvin Harrison, Roma Doomsday, and Ladd McConkey. So let's see here. Herbert spread the ball around in what may be a low volume offense, but it's encouraging to see McConkey on the field for 22 of 27 possible receiving routes right from the start. His talent should be enough to separate him from Josh Palmer and Quentin Johnston sooner rather than later. So
yeah, Quentin Johnston is looking like a bust straight up.
Dude, I drafted him too, man.
Yeah, he's looking like a straight up bust, bro.
I drafted him 2 years in, like 2 teams, 2 different leagues in Dynasty. So, but yeah.
So he is looking like a straight up bust to me, man.
Well, I wanted to mention Marvin Harrison had only 8% of targets per route run with him and with Kyler Murray, and Malik Neighbors had 14% the targets per route run. Roma Doomsday had 17%. So, Ladd McConkey, like you were saying, is looking pretty good right now.
Yep. So okay, that's some good stuff there, man. With these tips, Tim, we
Do-
definitely appreciate that.
Do you want to go over the NFL pick'em, college pick'em?
Yeah, we will do that for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, let's pick some games. Let's go over some pick 'em. Let's talk about some games. Let's do this.
And now, let's look at this week's matchup.
All right, man. We're going to look at some matchups. But before we do that, let's talk about the pick 'em. You can go over to Yahoo into the Pro Pick'em and use the group ID 33703 and use the password NFL. You can play Pick'em against us, and you get to talk crap and talk about how bad we suck. And
Yeah.
here are the standings right now after week 1. Our guys at top of the bleachers, right there at the top, tied up with KC Clowns. Let's scroll down a little bit. The Hollywood Who Dat is at number 13, which is Kyle. And Tim is tied with Kyle at 8 picks. Good job, Tim.
Oh, watch
Followed
out.
by Craig with 7, and I am tied with 7 as well. So if you want to see your name show up here on the show, I probably should actually put it on there, huh? There you go.
I was wondering what you were doing, but yeah,
Yeah,
works out.
Yeah, if you want to see your name show up here on the show, go ahead and join the league. It's not too late to join. We got about 27 people in here so far, but we're going to drop the lowest 2 weeks of the season, so it's not too late for you to join. Go ahead and join and play games with us, man. So there we go. So let's get to some picks. We're going to start off with Tampa at Detroit. Detroit is a 7.5 point favorite. The total for this game is 51 points. We talked about Baker Mayfield already and how he performed in week 1, but this is a new challenge because he has to go on the road to Detroit. Detroit is a real gritty team, and they played well the first week. So out of Tampa, who are you looking at as potential starts for this week, Tim? Let's see. Baker Mayfield is ranked number 14.
Okay.
And let's see.
Rashad White, talking about starts for the fantasy football season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike Evans is ranked number 7. This week. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Evans did really good last week.
Okay. Yep. Rashad White is one of those guys that, just been constantly pissing me off because I've invested in him. But last week, he handled his business. I'm not saying he did great work, but he put in good work. And he got me double-digit points, which is what I need from my starting running back. He put up about 14 fantasy points versus Washington. He got 15 carries, but the biggest thing for me is the 6 targets. He caught 6 passes, 75 yards. If he can continue to do that, he's going to be a guy that you can keep in a lineup and be confident in. Do you agree with that, Tim?
Yeah, I think he's a great flex, RB2's position. He could definitely work into some people's rosters as RB2, and he's going to be a great flex for the rest of the season if this kind of pace continues on. I think it was I forgot, but it was like 6 targets for running backs at the first week of the season or something, and 8 for wide receivers to predict the rest of the season. And on how important they're going to be for the rest of the season. And so, but yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Who you like off of the Lions and their majestic offense?
It's a bunch of them. I like them all. They all look good. I want them. As I am when I'm at strip club, I want them all.
Oh, dang, man, he's letting all of it out today. Wow. No wonder why he don't text me like, hey, I'm busy.
That's right. The strip club. All right. Looking at people like Jared Goff. All right. Taking it off.
Are you really? Are you? Oh my gosh. Oh wow. You're making
I'll tell you Tim, like I got really excited looking at my wide receiver, man.
Yeah.
Like, he showed up. I've been waiting on that. I've been waiting, and it happened, Tim. But now this ankle injury. Look, I'm hoping Jameson Williams can pull it together and manage to stay in the lineup, because once you leave the lineup, man, somebody gets in there and they take your place and they start building chemistry with the quarterback. Well, the quarterback starts building that chemistry and he starts feeling comfortable with him. You better believe that guy's going to be in the lineup, because the quarterback got some say-so in who he's throwing the ball to.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, Jameson Williams, before you decide to sit out. Okay.
You gotta tag him in this.
That's right. That's right.
So,
but I'm on Ross St. Brown. Do we think we have a rebound for him this week coming up here?
Man, I'm slightly cautionary on Ross St. Brown.
Okay.
I know they've been wanting to get Williams in to start getting work for like ever now. And
Yes.
And I think I think maybe some of Sam Laporta's rookie year is because of Williams being out. Like you said, building chemistry with the quarterback, yada yada yada. But maybe during camp they built chemistry with Goff, and this ankle injury could be terrible, but it could be good for Amon-Ra St. Brown. So yeah, dude. You do seem to like everybody in my division but Green Bay. I'm just saying. All right, you're all about Minnesota. You're all about the Lions. You're all about the Chicago. All right. And I don't know if you subconsciously are doing this or purposely doing this, but I see it. Don't worry. All right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the running game real quick for Detroit, man, because they won the game pretty much in overtime. We saw Montgomery get the ball. He looked really effective running the ball, and maybe that's going to be his role as the clock run outer guy, right?
Gosh, the tailism. Oh, damn. Please, I could just imagine you writing a love letter to your little girl in elementary school and coming up with all kinds of dumb shit to say. It's just like, what does this even mean? Oh my gosh. The ball runner outer guy. Dang. Wow.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But all right, Montgomery had 17 carries, 91 yards, a touchdown. He got one catch for 2 yards though. But if you had me lined up, he got you about 16 points, and of course you're happy with that at the running back position. But if he indeed has this role of when Detroit is up, or they're just trying to run the clock, if he's going to be that back getting the ball and they're going to block this way, he's going to get you some fantasy points there. And I guarantee he's going to get the goal line carries with that role.
Yeah. If they're up like they're predicted to be up right here with Tampa Bay, it's foreseen that the guy like David Montgomery is going to be the time clock waster away, throwaway guy.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. So
See, now you're getting it. Now you're getting it.
yeah, everybody else is getting it too. I know. They're hearing it. Oh dang. Wow.
All right, let's pick this game, man. Tampa is at Detroit. Detroit is 7.5-point favorite. Who you got, Tim?
Man, look, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to go with the guy that I think has the dog in him. All right, and that's Baker Mayfield. I'm going Tampa plus 7.5.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, we'll see.
Right.
I know it's at Detroit. This might be danger zone, but the way Baker's been playing, the way Tampa's been, they're definitely underdogs, and they got that dog in them, the pirate.
There we go.
The barking thing with the four legs that itches itself. Those guys. Daleisms. Go ahead to the next one. What do you got? What's your pick, buddy? David.
All right. I'm going to take Detroit minus the 7.5. I'm confident in Detroit. Detroit is just a better team than Tampa is all the way. So let's go Detroit.
All right.
Let's see, our next game. We've got the Los Angeles Rams going to Arizona. Arizona is a 1-point favorite. The total for this game is 49.5. So let's start from the Rams side. Cooper Kupp, the number one target there, and Matthew Stafford looked pretty decent. The offense as a whole looked pretty decent. What do you figure to happen there for the Rams on offense?
Look, dude, I'm still kind of shocked that the Cardinals are +1 on this, -1 on this. I'm shocked at this, like right now. So what was your question here? I just now get all my P's and Q's together. What
are we expected to see from the Rams offense? More Cooper Kupp, pretty much.
Yeah, more Kupp. Of course we got Puka out, but I'm interested in Tyler Johnson yet again and Colby Jack. He's on my list, but we might get to see some Blake Corum here. What did he do last game?
Blake Corum. Well, I'm not sure by him. I got to look him up. I was looking up Kyron Williams just to see how he did. Yeah. He had 50 yards rushing on 18 carries, 1 touchdown, 3 targets, 3 catches, 4 yards total. So you got you about 13 fantasy points. I am curious about this Corum though.
I don't think Corum got anything last.
Yeah, he did. He did nothing. He did what I did.
Did nothing. So looks like the other guy was kind of interesting. I heard about him during the offseason too. Was Ronnie Rivers? He did have 2 carries for 16 yards. So So I kind of expect whenever somebody has, this scenario here, 2 carries, 16 yards, got some production in it, they might give him 3 or 4 carries next game. See what he does with that, and so on. So, but also some of it. I was watching a thing this week, and most of the running back scenarios is who knows pass protection.
Yeah, for sure.
And so
that's huge for a rookie.
Yeah,
huge. Because you come in there, you get the quarterback hit, bro. You coming out.
Yeah. So they might not put Blake Corum in for a little while because he doesn't know pass protection just yet. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Let's flip it around. Let's look at the Arizona side. We talked about Marvin Harrison not doing much. Do you think that gets righted this week just as a point of, we need to right this wrong?
But who said that was wrong?
It's the first round pick. It's wrong.
It's wrong. But Yeah, man. I just, I don't know about Marvin Harrison just yet. I think it's going to take anybody, at least 4 games to really get used to the game pace and defense and all that kind of stuff. I don't think anybody's going to come out the hatch as a wide receiver and be good to go. So,
he only had 3 targets.
Yeah,
4 yards though. Like that's heartbreaking. You got him in a starting lineup.
Yeah, it is. You might not
more point than me.
Yeah. You might want to just set him for now because right now I'm seeing Greg Dortch is 8 targets, McBride with 9.
Mm-hmm.
James Conner had 4 targets. He had more targets than Harrison, and he had 3 receptions.
I'm looking at Fantasy Pros, half PPR rankings, and they've got Harrison at 16. Meanwhile, guys like Chris Olave, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, all under him. Like, there's no way that should be right.
I don't feel like that's right. Gosh, dang!
Week 2.
You got me.
Week 2.
You got me pulling out some. I'm digging up some other stats right quick. Give me a second, because
I've seen a lot more people on here I like way more than Marvin Harrison. Even Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers had several routes designed for him.
Yeah,
I would like him before Marvin Harrison.
Well, I'll say I'm gonna lean into the strength of schedule. I just want to look up his strength of schedule real quick.
Okay.
So the Rams are the 19th best team for him to go against. But then we got after this week though, we got Detroit and Washington. They're ranked 31 and 32. So that's the 2 teams we should see Marvin Harrison for sure do production on, is my point. So I personally would be very cautious. I got him at rank 22 this week. But I would still be cautious at that rate. He does have good matchups for the rest of the next 4 weeks, but if he doesn't do something against Detroit and Washington, then that's something that we need to be like laser pointed on and figure out a solution to have him as a backup.
Yeah. And the wide receiver position, James Conner, he had about 50 yards, a touchdown. Also got 3 catches, 33 yards. Got your team fantasy points. I know people were talking about Benson at running back for Arizona, but I don't see him producing much until later in the season.
Yeah,
especially once Conner gets hurt, because that happens just about every year. And so that's what you're gonna have to wait on for him. But I still like Conner right now, especially with the passing game sort of being pedestrian right now for Arizona. So I like Conner.
Yeah, I like Conner. Wow, I'm still shocked that they're -1.
Yep.
So this is not where I put them. I don't put them in the same zone as the Rams in my world, I guess. I don't know. So
but they're playing at home, and when you get home, when you play home, you get 3 points. So they're really saying like they're like 2 points worse than like a normal team or something like that. So yeah.
So where did you come up with this like random 3 points when you play at home where you get 3 points?
Yeah, it's a known fact.
Oh,
home field advantage for 3 points.
All right. Okay. All right.
Known fact.
All right.
That's Vegas 101, bro.
Okay. I'll type that in.
Look at all the lines.
Vegas 101.
Look at all the lines. If 2 teams are evenly matched, the home team is going to be a 3-point favorite. That's it.
Okay, so you derive this just from like your experiences of looking at all the bets.
Yes,
I got you. Okay, all right.
Yes.
All right. So it's a big game, though. We always want to play pieces around here. I like it.
Yeah. High scoring game. So, let's pick this game. We've got Los Angeles Rams going to Arizona. Arizona 1-point favorite. Give me Arizona. -1.
Whoa. You taking Arizona sweet tea?
Arizona sweet tea. Let's go.
You're taking it. Wow. All right. Well, hey, I'm going Rams, man. I Even that, I think the Rams are pissed off. They're going to come back and they just lost, right?
Yeah, I believe they won one. So
Yeah, they can't. They had a 14-point comeback and then they still lost. So
yeah,
like Stafford's got some crap to prove here now.
yep.
So
All right, let's talk about the big game. We've got New Orleans Saints going to the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are a 6.5-point favorite. The total for this game is 46. Let's talk about the Saints first. Derek Carr threw for about 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. The offense looked efficient. The running game looked efficient. Well, once again, Kamara got some catches. He got some runs. He actually got a goal line carry. I love that. He got me about 20 fantasy points. Rashid Shaheed, that's the other guy you need to be looking at. He is, he's a deep threat guy, so I think it's going to be a little boom or busty kind of thing. But Carr loves throwing that deep ball. Now Olave didn't do anything this past game. I'm expecting him to turn around and be worth it this week. But Fantasy Pros disagrees. They have him ranked number 20 overall. But this is an excellent matchup going up against the Cowboys. I'm sorry, it's like an average matchup. My bad.
Okay.
Average matchup. So what do you think the offense will do for New Orleans?
Dude, I think it's going to look good, man. Y'all look good coming out, and I watched some of that game. So I really like, because I got Shaheed in one of my leagues too, and I picked him up as a late flyer or something. And I like whenever Shaheed's getting some work around here. So yeah.
Yep. All right.
I'm down.
Let's look at the Dallas side then. I am concerned, if I am, a Cowboys fan, of their running game in general, right?
Okay.
So Ezekiel Elliott runs that running game. He leads that pack. He got 40 yards, a touchdown, 2 catches for 9 yards. So got you about 12 points last week. I'm wondering if he is actually going to be able to anchor that running back position by himself. But I mean, Rico Dowell or whatever did chip in to help out as a running back by committee sort of thing. He got 8 carries, 26 yards. But I'm still not sold on the running game altogether for Dallas. What do you think?
Yeah, I've been questioning Dallas's running game from the get-go. Because I mean, you got Zeke over here. He's more like a time clock waster kind of guy. And nowadays at least, and Rico Dowell and then Deuce Vaughn. So I really don't see Dallas having much of a strong running game. Now they're going to have a good pass game with CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. Jake Ferguson, Luke Schumacher. It's their pass game that's really the danger zone. So
yeah. But I think they're going to put too much on Dak to do everything through the passing game, and the Saints usually are good against the run. So let's see if we can keep this up and be good against the run, and shut down that running offense for Dallas. So let's pick this game, man. The Saints are going to Dallas, and Dallas is a 6.5-point favorite. Give me the Saints plus those points, baby.
Boom. Family time, baby, because I'm picking the Saints plus 6.5. I mean,
all right,
that's where I'm at.
That's what we doing. Everybody get your drinks, and let's drink. Yes, sir. Let's go, man. It should be a good week, because once again, we got to prove everybody wrong. Everybody think the Saints play the FBS team and the Panthers, but we're gonna show them The Saints are for real. So, all right, man. Let's wrap this thing up. Any parting words you'd like to leave the people with?
Dale, the Dale Dictionary, the Dictionary of Dales. We're gonna coming out soon.
That's right. Make sure you order it.
I'm gonna start making it up. I'm gonna start making it up. So
there we go. There we go.
Thank you guys.
All
I
right.
appreciate everything.
Yeah, man. This has been fun. Again, this is the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast. We hope we helped you people out there in fantasy football land. Good luck to you unless you play me. And Tim, I have one last thing to say to you.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
That's right. And we out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.